I'm going to show you a very simple exercise that will help you while you're tattooing. This will improve your muscle memory. This was shown to me by an experienced artist of over 20 years, and it improved the quality of my tattooing very quickly. What you want to do is get a ballpoint pen. Nothing too small, or else you're going to be at this forever. Just a cheap, regular ballpoint pen. And you want a piece of typing paper. And what you're going to do is draw a circle on that piece of typing paper with your ballpoint pen. And what you're going to do is then come in and fill in this entire circle with your ballpoint pen. And you want to make little circles until the entire thing is full. Now you want to make sure you don't go outside of the lines, and you want to make sure you don't leave any holidays. If you're filling this in and you come along here and you have this gap right here, you want to come back in, do some small circles until you get rid of that line and you have one solid circle. Tattooing is like driving a car. When you first start learning to tattoo, you have to think about everything you do. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. So with this exercise, what you're doing is you're teaching your hand to move in the way you would if you were tattooing. You don't want to move too fast like this to where you have to come back in and redo this line. You don't want to move too fast like this to where you have to come back in and redo this line. So you've probably seen something like this in some videos where they take a pen and they put it in a tattoo machine, like if it was the tube, and then you can use this in a way to familiarize yourself with how a tattoo machine feels and how it would be to use a tattoo machine. I never did this personally, but again, this kind of works on the same concept of muscle memory, where you are teaching yourself how it's going to feel to tattoo, and you're getting used to that, and your hands building up strength and getting familiar with the tattoo machines and how they feel. Some tattoo machines are a little heavier than others, some are light. This one has a little bit of weight to it, so if you wanted to, you could do something like this. You can see I even have a grip that I pulled off a tube that I put on here. Some people say to use a fountain pen. Also, while you're trying to learn how to tattoo, because The way the tip is, you have to keep this at a specific angle when you are tattooing, about a 45. People want to keep a 45 to a 90-degree angle when they're tattooing. So using one of these pins might help you learn how to do that also, if you want to try that out. So the reason for starting you guys off with a practice video where you only need a pen and paper is because not everybody should be tattooing. You need to be Blood-Borne Pathogens certified before you start tattooing. Or you need to learn about diseases and sanitation before you start tattooing. The wrong way to do things is to buy a tattoo kit, get some ink, and just start tattooing on your buddies. The right way to do things is to learn about sanitation and how to sterilize things first, and practicing on objects, practice skins, things like that, and familiarizing yourself with the whole process before you start tattooing on somebody. So I've actually told people to stop tattooing. People who have emailed me and shown me some of the stuff that they're doing, and I see some really bad practices going on out there. And I tell those people you should not be tattooing. You need to take a step back and learn about sanitation and barrier protection and diseases and all that stuff before you start tattooing. So this channel is not for your kitchen magician tattoo artists. The people who are tattooing out of their kitchen, going over to other people's houses and tattooing people on their couches. That's not what this channel is for. This channel is for that person who is serious about tattooing and serious about sanitation and doing things correctly. Not everybody is able to get an apprenticeship and start in a tattoo shop and learn that way. The way I had to learn was, in order to get into a tattoo shop, I had to know how to tattoo first. So I had to learn on my own how to tattoo in order to get into a shop. Some people will have to do things that way, and that's who I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to get it so you can tattoo legally wherever you're at. That way you don't have to worry about giving people diseases. You don't have to worry about cops coming and confiscating all your equipment. You don't have to worry about being fined for tattooing somebody out of your house. So for the people who are trying to do things the correct way, and they might be having a hard time getting into the industry, that's who I'm trying to help out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link in the comments that will take you to the site where I got my Blood-Borne Pathogens certificate, and you can actually take the test for free. You would actually pay for your certificate, but you can take the test and see if you pass or fail. So I recommend that you go to that site and at least take the test. And if you do not pass that test, let me recommend that you do not tattoo anybody. On this channel, we focus a lot. On this channel, I actually focus a lot on sanitation, and I actually focus a lot on sanitation. I've taken disease and sanitation classes in college, and I go above and beyond when it comes to keeping things clean and making sure that everything is sterile and sanitary. And I encourage that everybody who watches these videos do the same thing. So you don't learn everything all in one day. Tattooing takes years and years of practice. I've talked to people who have been tattooing for 20 years and they're still learning things about tattooing. So watch these videos, soak it in, practice what you learn, and then pick up another video and watch that. I'm going to keep putting these videos out there, and I'm going to put a little bit of information in every video. I can't cram everything into one video because it would be hours and hours and years of information. So what I'm going to try to do is little short videos like this where you can get a little bit of information at a time. Now, if something doesn't make sense, it's probably because there's more information on that subject. So you might not pick up on something from just watching one of my videos. You have to kind of watch all of them, and then you pick up on one thing here and another thing there until it starts to make sense to you. When you first start tattooing, everything's really cloudy. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to tune your machines. But just keep watching these videos, and eventually you'll learn. You'll pick up a little bit here and there, and then all of a sudden you'll have that aha moment where you're like, I finally get it. I understand. Don't forget to go to Facebook and check out Tattoo University on Facebook. There's other tattoo artists on there who can help answer your questions. Go to the website. I'm still working on it. I'm a busy person, so give it some time, but eventually I hope to have everything up on the website for you guys. And also subscribe to the channel, because when I put out new videos, you'll receive those new videos. You'll get information from me through the YouTube channel, and don't forget to look at the comments also, because I'm going to be putting a lot of references in the comments and a lot of sites that you can go to check out information, and you can see where I'm getting my information from. Don't forget, you guys can also leave comments. I enjoy hearing from you guys, and your questions kind of let me know what answers I need to give you guys, what videos still need to be done. So a lot of these tattoo channels have professionals showing you very advanced techniques. And what they forget is that some of you guys just starting off need to know the basics. So nobody ever shows you the basics. That's what I try to focus on this channel. So if you guys leave comments with questions, there are no stupid questions, and ask me, I can know what I need to focus on. I can know what videos to show you guys so that you can pick up these basic techniques that will help you advance, so that everything makes sense once you start watching these more advanced tattoo channels.